Hello, everybody! Me, Rob from Boston. And that is the Mighty Lead, the Mighty Blimp, Led Zeppelin, which is going to be my theme for this contest reply for Corey. Corey is 300 subscriber. Why am I yelling? How's everyone in the vinyl community doing? I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you had a very, very, very happy New Year. I wish you all a very healthy, prosperous, healthy most important, prosperous and well-loved 2014. And may I start off by just saying I love you guys. But let's get back to this. Corey, I thought long and hard about this response. Now, I was gonna do an experience I had. I had a lot of different experiences at concerts. Here's my book. I don't think if anyone hasn't seen this yet, this is my ticket stub book. Well over 400 shows. I think, not including my club shows, I'm up to about, well, not including my club shows, about I'd say 425-ish, 450-ish, for just concerts in general. I've seen a lot of them, a lot of good ones. Starting in 1971, 10 years after, I was 11. And then I skipped a few years because I got in trouble. And then, but I really wasn't allowed to go. And then I think in 1974, I went to see the Beach Boys with Chicago, or Elton John, one of those two. And then it was, you know, I started going pretty regularly after that. But I was lucky enough in 1977. Oh, before I start this, Corey, may I just say, that if anyone doesn't know Corey's channel, you know, you might want to check it out. Corey, you're a real classy guy, intelligent guy. I really enjoy your channel, and I've told you that. The editing, I've always told you how much I love your editing, but just the way you present yourself, present your videos, I enjoy it thoroughly. Plus, you're a great guy, and plus, you're a fan of the band I'm going to show. So, cheers to you and your 300 subs. I hope you get many, many more. I love getting subscribers, but the most important thing for me, Corey, and I hope you get many more, but the most important thing for me is getting a quality subscriber. That is making friends with somebody, getting someone who you can share comments with, you know, make a friendship with, people who are going to respond on your videos. That's what I love, you know. So I'd rather have, you know, some excellent subscribers who can communicate with, you know. That's what it's all. If I had 20,000 subscribers that I never heard from, I never really know if they're seeing my videos. But when I hear from you guys in the VC, I know, you know, that I have quality subscribers because I hear from you. But anyways, I wish you many more. Okay, my first show was actually my 6th or 7th show, but the one I want to share is Led Zeppelin. You hear it in the background. Now, I always thought, this is my stupidness, I've always thought I saw the last 3 shows, but after checking my tickets, performances, they did 6 in New York that year. I saw the 10th, the 13th, and the 14th. I forgot that I missed the 11th performance in between that. So I saw performance 3, 5, and 6. This is the first night. This is performance 3, as you can see in the ticket. Sorry. And, yeah, I mean, I was way up there in Second Promenade. I went with my cousin, Mark, who I love, and two of his friends. And let me tell you something, it was fantastic. I took the trains down there, I got permission, as long as I had a ride picking me up in the city. And I remember, the first thing I saw was the banner, the billboard out front of Madison Square Garden that said, Led Zeppelin, 6 nights, sold out completely. So that just, you know, wow. I think my cousin has some pictures. I might too somewhere, but then I saw, it was like a week, it was like a Grateful Dead 6-night, 20-night engagement in any city. There was Zeppelin fans everywhere, all around the garden. And you went to, like, if you went to like record shops, if you went to small fast food places like Burger King or 7-Eleven or whatever, you would see the shirts, you know, the jerseys. That's for you, Mark. Dr. Debwax. And then, you know, I just felt like right at home. And it's corny to say, but I felt, you know, like I died and went to heaven. I was nervous the whole way down there. I was just nervous that something was going to happen. And the same thing, nerves hit me in 1980, but I'll share that later. So anyways, just to, here, let me just throw this on. Just to take you right in the garden. You know, we went in very early. I think the show was supposed to start at 8, and we went in at like 7, maybe 6:45. We hung out front a little while. Around the front of the garden, you can go and hang out, and everybody did their thing. You know, whether it was drinking, smoking weed, whatever, you could find it there. You know, everybody was kind of hanging out. Great element. I love the city. And I love Madison Square Garden. So I remember going in and seeing the garden itself. And oh my God, it was like, it was gigantic, colorful, and I just was pinching myself. Another thing that's kind of corny because I couldn't believe I was there. I remember when the lights went down, you know. I was, right before, we were talking and everything. I was just out of my mind. I couldn't believe who was going to come out on stage, you know. And then I remember the lights going down. I remember hearing Page's guitar because he tuned up, does those little tune-up things every show. And then Bonham hits his drum a few times just to get a sound check. They both sound checked. The Song Remains the Same started. It was loud. I mean, extremely loud. The only other show that I think was louder, maybe two, Iron Maiden was really loud in Cape Cod, way back when. Deep Purple in 1982 was extremely loud. My ears were ringing for like a day and a half after that show, and I'm not kidding. This was extremely loud, the Zeppelin show. But one thing I remember about every single night, no matter where you sat, the first night, as you can see, I was in the second promenade, which is way up there in the green seats. It is way up there. You know, the stage, we were kind of across from the stage, if I remember right. And they looked very small. Now, the second night, I mean the fifth night, which is the fifth performance, we were closer in the low arena. And then the last performance, we were 20 rows dead center to the stage. It was like, that was the ultimate. But this was the ultimate for me because it was the first night I was ever seeing them. So, take you back when the lights went down and they started in with The Song Remains the Same. When they came out, I was just like, you know, out of control. I remember like screaming, going crazy, you know, I was like shaking my cousin. I can't believe we're here, I can't believe it, you know, going nuts. But naturally, you probably couldn't hear me, it was so loud. The show was great. 3.5 hours, most of the 77 tour, 3.5 hours, long acoustic set in the middle. 45-minute John Bonham solo, which was, you know, great, but, you know, I'm not really into long drum solos, but it was him, so he makes it exciting. And then, you know, Jonesy does his no quarter routine, which is another 40 minutes with the piano and everything, but I remember it pretty well, you know. Lots of fireworks, no fights that I saw, but lots of fireworks. Robert Plant said a few things all 3 nights about the fireworks, but the music You know, you could never experience a Led Zeppelin show, I don't think, on tape. You can get close on bootleg recording. I have many. These are from all 6 nights. One I just showed you at the beginning. That's the 13th. I saw this show. This is from the 10th. Lousy cover. It's called Big A again, Big Apple again. This is from the 2nd night, which was the 8th. Another kind of lousy cover. This, I don't know why, this was the last night on the 14th. They used a Boston Garden from 1973 photo. I think that's the garden shot. I remember Jimmy's shirt and pants. And then, this is the 11th. This is the show in between the one. This show was a great night. I missed this one. That's from the garden, that shot. But, yeah, I mean, if I could tell you one thing, it was extremely loud, but impeccably clear. No matter where you sat, you could hear everything. Robert's vocals, you know, Jimmy's guitar, the bass, John Paul Jones's bass, and the drums. You know, Bonham's drums. You could hear every instrument very clear. The acoustic set, impeccably clear. One of the greatest things I ever saw was that acoustic set. So that was probably the highlight of all highlights, Corey. I wanted you to do this for you. I'm going to be doing a concert, definitely going to be doing like once every few months. I'm going to be reviewing a concert I went to, starting in the 70s and go on. I know I'm bad with doing videos, but I'm going to give it my best shot. I really wanted to do this and show my collection, you know. One of the many, you know, different shows that I saw in this book. All right, so Corey, I wish you the best. I wish you many more subscribers, and thank you very much for letting me contribute. I enjoyed doing this very much. Jeez, I still feel like I'm screaming. All the vinyl community members, I hope you enjoyed this. And Vance, Michael Patchett, Corey, you know, and the other Zeppelin fans in the vinyl community, you know, they're a great band. I still love them. You know, no qualms about it. You know, I haven't seen a band live that was as good as them. That's it. And even on their sloppy nights, they were still, you know, the best. So, and I love them. And I love the vinyl community. So everybody who watches this, thank you very much. I'd love to hear from you. And to you, Corey, I hope you get many more responses to this great contest. I think it was an excellent idea. So, cheers to everybody. Have a great new year. And I'll see you in your videos. Bye-bye, everyone.